What I am living for and what I am dying for are the same question. Hey everybody, MEMEroflCHIPPS here, and today we have a new game for the channel, and this is The Long Dark. It's made by Hinterland Studios. It's an indie game, kind of, I guess. I mean, I don't know, I've been playing it pretty much since the game was released to Xbox as a beta, or an alpha, I guess. Not really sure. But, so, figured I would give it a shot on YouTube instead of just playing it by myself. So, yes, we are on, if for anybody who's played this game, we are in Pleasant Valley, which surprisingly isn't so pleasant. Hey, rabbit. Anyways, this is a totally fresh game. This is not a previous save. You guys are watching the beginning. And played a lot of this before now. And so if you see me kind of frantically looking around and stuff like that, or I start going too fast for you guys to keep up, if you're new to the game, I apologize. That's because I've played a lot of this. And so, I just haven't played in a while, so now I have to try to remember what I'm doing. Navigation. Nope. Navigation. Open map. And just as I thought, there is nothing on the map, and that's because I haven't drawn the map yet. Yes, you have to draw the map, because you start out with nothing. You basically start with a bedroll and the clothes that you have on your character, and maybe a couple random items as well, depending on what difficulty you started on. And so, luckily I picked up a hatchet, and now I need to get somewhere a little warmer than this because I'm going to freeze to death if I don't get a move on. And there are things in this game that can kill you, wolves, bears, there's even a moose, and the moose will definitely hurt your body a lot. So, yeah, let's find some place to live. Civilization. I'm slowly dying. I've already lost some health. As you can see in the bottom left, there's a red spot, and that would be where the temperature bar is. That waterfall sounds interesting. And so every time you open a door, there is a short load screen. See, Great Bear Island, now abandoned. Okay, I didn't get to read it all, but I will probably, in the end, cut those load screens out, because some of them, especially going from a building to outside, kind of take a minute. Obviously not a literal minute, but they do take some time. So in the future I will probably be cutting them out and not talking through them. This game it's the end of the world, it's survival simulation, and a very hard one at that, because if you die, that's it. Permadeath. It is over. And I don't have any warm clothes. I mean, come on. Started me with some pretty rough gear. And so just as an example as to load screens, this takes place in Great Bear, Canada. It's the end of the world. Throughout, this is the sandbox mode. It's just an endless survival. You won't see any people. You won't see anybody. You're alone. And it's really kind of a haunting game a little bit. Obviously there's no supernatural stuff. It's very hard, and if your character survives long enough and you mess up, or you get attacked by a bear, or things can change very fast, especially if you play for a long time and you kind of become attached to your character a little bit, and then you die, and makes you sad, which is actually why I didn't play this for a long time. I had a very, very long running game, and I died, and so I didn't play for a long time. So there's been a lot of updates and stuff like that. Like, the fire barrels are new, and I didn't think there used to be one here. But, yeah, I need to find anything. I need warmer clothes. I need to gather all the supplies I can find. A Zap energy bar. That's food. Nothing in this glove box. It's my face. Before I go into the store, I'm gonna quick check this building. Looks like it was burnt down or it fell down or something. What is over here on the step? Rifle cartridges or bullets, whatever you want to call them. But yes, there are guns in this. Two guns. There's a rifle and a revolver, and then you can also craft a bow. And those are to hunt with and defend yourself. It is time to go inside. Okay. I'm not gaining any warmth from being in here, which kind of sucks. Oh, Small Arms Handbook. Oh, they did add the revolver. I was pretty sure they did, but I was like 90% sure that they did, because I remember there being a huge to-do about it on their website, and I remember reading the article about them possibly adding the revolver, and I was pretty sure they added it in the last update. Or I don't know. Oh, these are new too. Go! Energy drink. It's pretty much a 5-hour energy. Gives a distracting headache. Oh. That could be a new mechanic. Pain. Huh. Okay. Newsprint. I don't need that yet. Newspapers used to start fire, obviously. The pop is a drink. Oh, what else is? A lot of stuff is in here. Sewing kit to fix my clothes. Aquapure. Peroxide. Lantern fuel. Obviously, I'm sure you guys know what peroxide and stuff like that is. Ooh, can I get some money? No. A book. Matches. A broken... Well, computer's probably not broken, but... Well, I mean, it could be frozen, which is not good for electronics. That's outside. Search the container. Beef jerky. Soup. Wilderness kitchen. Oh, face itches. I'll happily take all of these things. And, that's locked, that's locked. This is not locked, which means it's probably empty. Back outside. Okay, so I'm pretty sure if I follow this road this way, I can, well, not I can, but, there are things this way. There's a barn and a couple outbuildings, and then there's a farmhouse over here. If I remember correctly, it's been a while since I've played. Probably, actually, it's been pretty close to a year since I've played this, so it's a little bit of a refresher, I guess. And I might die. Okay, so here's the farm. See, I was talking about the outbuildings. Hey, deer. Goodbye. There's all these buildings with straw in them. There's a barn over there. And with this game and a lot of other survival games, you really have to check stuff because they hide things everywhere. Especially really useful things. Like, I need a knife really bad, but I don't know if I'm gonna find one. And there aren't really too many permanent spawn points for stuff. There's a couple, but there aren't any, like, there's no guarantee that I'm gonna find a knife or a hatchet or anything if I go in the barn. There's a possibility, but that doesn't mean it'll be there. And so, what I'm hoping for is to just find... At this point, I need some warm clothes. Because I'm going to end up with hypothermia and die. Well, actually, I think I already have. I think I'm at risk for hypothermia. I think that message popped up earlier. But, oh, there is stuff in the tractor. Okay. Can of off-brand Mountain Dew and a granola bar. I can live with both of those things. Time to leave. But I do know that there is one specific spawn point on here that I remember is back here by this target. There is a broken arrow on the ground that you can break down for an arrowhead, and then there are arrows in the target. And I think there used to be a couple arrows back behind it. I don't remember though. And so I'm not going to waste the time to go look at it. Ah, in the barn. That's all. If at any point this video gets dark, quality tools. And cured leather. That's pretty helpful. And so if at any point in this video it gets really dark and you guys are having a hard time seeing what I'm doing, remember that I also can't see what I'm doing. Firewood, I don't need that. But yes, if it gets dark in the video, I can't see what I'm doing. A note left behind. Scrawled musings of a survivor who was here before you. As a plant goes to seed in the fall, a period of hibernation sets in until spring. As the weather warms, plant seeds into loose soil with plenty of sun. Keep moist but not wet. If the final frost has not been passed, keep seedlings indoors at night, as a single shock of cold can stun if not kill young plants outright. Spread plantlings out over several months to keep producing into the fall. Green leafy vegetables will survive the following winter indoors, contributed by backer number 3781. And that teaches you how to grow plants. Take that for my well-being. Hatchet. And happily take a few of those. Nuts and stuff. Okay, so the charcoal is cool because that's what enables you to draw a map. Gloves. Happy times. Yes, I need to go here and get rid of these terrible fleece ones. I will end up fixing the ragged gauntlets because those are like one of the best pairs of gloves in the whole game. A wool scarf, yeah, taking it. Running shoes and a toque. Hopefully I pronounced that right. Is this wool scarf? The new one is better than the one I was wearing. And yes, I'm pretty sure that's called, yes, it even gives it a pronunciation in the description. T-U-K-E would be how that's pronounced. So, toque. Hopefully. Let's see. Not really looking too hard for stuff. Because there's a good possibility. Hey, a whetstone. There's a good possibility I'm actually going to die. In this very first video, I might actually die. Which means that this playthrough is over with. First aid. Zap. Band-aid. What's in here? Gloves. And so any of the clothing that I pick up that, yeah, obviously, even if I don't use it, I can break it down later for cloth or leather. A coat. Well, a windbreaker. It's kind of like a coat. It's better than nothing. Put the t-shirt on, that adds a little bit. The windbreaker adds some too. Still not enough to overcome air temperature. Book. And for people who like books and stuff like that, hat. For people who like books, I will be burning them. Guts, new work gloves, yes. But yes, the books make actually a pretty decent fire source. And so, I apologize to people that read books, but I'm gonna burn some of them. A metal container, nuts and stuff, more gloves. Okay. I think that is... Pretty sure that's everything in here. Got kind of hung up there on the board. Alright. Let's leave, because I need to find warmth now. Okay, so I'm gonna follow this, or I'm gonna go out here. Crows. Sometimes they drop feathers and you can find them on the ground, and they're useful in making arrows. But that archway over there, to the left, there, that will lead you back to the road, and then from there I'm gonna take a right, and hopefully find the house that I need to go to. Because that would be really, really nice. Okay, so on my walk to the house, I found these reishi mushrooms. And so they are an antibiotic. You make in the game, you make them into a tea. And so I'm not telling you this to go, hey guys, go eat random mushrooms in the woods. Please don't. You'll get sick. And I don't want to be held responsible for someone eating a mushroom that's not supposed to eat, because they don't know what they're looking for. Even in real life, I'm not going to go out in the woods and start digging through mushrooms trying to find the right ones. And even at the beginning of this game, they have a disclaimer that says don't try this. So guys, don't eat random woods mushrooms if you don't actually know what they are. There's my mushroom disclaimer, because I don't want any of you to die. And I don't want to get in trouble for you guys doing something stupid, because... yeah. Okay, enough of that. There's the house, and I need to be there. I got like 10-15% health left. Close the door, not helping. Pry bar. Yes. Into the house. Okay. Temperature's going up. That's a good sign. If you look, the little eye is completely red, which means that I need to go to bed, because I'm probably gonna die. Yeah, if you don't sleep in this game for too long, you'll have a heart attack, I think. Or maybe you'll start hallucinating, I don't know. But yes, this is how you sleep, find a bed, and sleep for however much time you need. It burns calories and uses hydration to sleep. Ready bar. I don't see anything else. A magnifying glass used to start fires. That's proof they did add the revolver, for 100% sure. Oh, always look underneath beds and on bottom shelves, because especially in this house, there sometimes is a rifle that spawns underneath the bed in the master bedroom. A sewing book. I need food. I wish I could just eat a whole bag of jerky in like 2 seconds, and then just go hammer down on a thing of grapes. Oh, that would be so much to do all at once. I'm just gonna eat this whole bag of jerky in 3 seconds and then shotgun this can of pop. Okay. My character weighs a lot. Well, his backpack weighs a lot. So, there's nothing in there. That's okay, though. So, I am going to put... Oops. That's not what I wanted. But I'm going to put all this in here. Besides a couple things, so I have food and water. Because I found that bottle of water. Okay. So, this is matches. This is the house. Cooking pot, recycled can. Both of those are good, because that is what you need to cook with. If you don't have a pot or a can, you cannot, well, you can cook meat, but you cannot boil, or you can't melt snow to have water. And water is super important. Hey, look, a can opener. If you don't have a can opener, you have to smash the cans, and then you lose a bunch of food. So I slept 2 more hours, and now This house does have a basement, which is super nice, because you can go down there, and there's... I don't remember. I think there's some lockers down there or something, and they tend to have clothes in them. Well, that's new. This used to just be empty. But now there's like a fire pit, fire barrel. That was like a fire pit and some picnic tables and stuff. Yeah, wood. That's cool. Alright, so there's this outbuilding over here and this kind of decrepit barn. So I'm going to go over here and see if there's anything in here that I need. Oh look, I'm tired again. I just slept 2 hours. Sad times. Yeah, sometimes, like, in one of the maps, there's a safe underneath one of those. And so it's always kind of best practices in this game to check everything. Check all your corners and look at everything. Just to try to figure out where stuff's at. Yeah, this is the basement. And so, got some wood, pry bar, these crates, you can break them down. Cloth, I'll take that, because I can fix my clothes with it. Pick up some newspaper to start fires with, because Tinder isn't just an app for dating. It's also what you call things you're starting fires with. Cloth, because I can make band-aids, another whetstone to repair my stuff. Yep, here's the lockers I was talking about. And they're empty. Sweet. Boots? Boots. I like boots. I wear boots every day. But that's because of my job. And I live on a farm. Oh, I also found another coat. It was laying on one of the beds upstairs. Kind of skipped that, though, because it was like an hour of just wandering around searching the house. And everything I just pulled out of there is amazing. Cargo pants, long johns, and a sweater. Oh yeah. I can live with both of those things. Oh, well, it would have been wet, so I guess I can live without that. What is that? Scrap metal. Yeah, I think that concludes our basement search, I guess. So, I wish there was a way, like a ladder or something that led to the house, so I didn't have to go outside. Back in the house. And, so that's, hey, a pot. I guess I might as well show you how stoves work. If I can remember how stoves work. Because, I think the last time I played, this was a relatively new mechanic. No, that's a bed. Pot. Okay. That's how this works. Other pot. Then I have 2 recycled cans. Because I ate a can of soup. Off recording. And by off recording, I mean I pretty much cut it out. A note left behind. Bread is about 2 parts flour to 1 part water at equal parts salt and rising agent, a small pile about the size of a quarter. Yeast if you're lucky, baking soda if you're not. Raw dough should be tacky but not wet after kneading. Heat at 400 degrees for 30 minutes if the oven works. If you only have a fire, drop the dough in a heavy preheated pan and rotate every 10 minutes until evenly brown. And you hear a hollow sound when tapping the crust. Contributed by backer number 3781. Well, guys, I guess soon I might have to make some long dark bread. I can do that. I have a fire. I also have an oven, but I'll use a fire just because. But actually, I wonder if I can make bread in the game now. That would be interesting. But anyways, I think I'm gonna call it for right now. I'll probably do some more searching off camera. And if you guys like this and want to see more, please leave a comment down below and like the video so I know you guys want to see more. Thanks for watching and take it easy.